Okay, so I'm at the end of day one of the deck install. I cut the deck pieces out while the outside hull was drying. Then got it flipped over a few days ago, and I got the inside painted yesterday. The inside paint is actually doing the same thing the outside spray paint did, where I get these weird glossy and blotchy patches. Frankly, I don't care. It's going to slick water off fine, and a lot of it's going to get covered up with carpets and cabinets and stuff, so I'm not too worried about it. Big mistake is this very front piece. This deck is 3 pieces, so it's a rear, a mid, and a front. The front piece, I cut the hole for the in-floor ski locker. It's supposed to be offset. I cut it on the wrong offset, so I made it upside down. Yeah, big deal. It'll all get covered in carpet. You'll never notice it anyway. It's all riveted down. Foam is under the deck. There's the little bit of pink foam you can see there. Kind of fills all these side compartments as much as I could. So tomorrow's plan is get the carpet cut and down in place, and maybe I'll get the foam in these rear side compartments put in. But yeah, it's nice to see some actual progress happening. Stay tuned for more, I guess. Okay, so we're at the end of the next day, and the main deck carpet is down. The rectangle you see is the ski locker outline. The carpet kind of sags down in the middle of it, and the long line you see the whole way, that's just the shadow of the boat hull. It's not anything to do with the carpet. I'll leave it like this till tomorrow, and then I'll trim and clean up all the edges. The reason I do this is because if you do it now, you can shift the carpet, and then if you don't let it just sag and hold over like that, you'll actually get bubbles around the edges where the carpet bubbles up to make the curve. So I just leave it flat and let it set. I've had pretty good luck doing that. And then cut the ski locker out, get that all glued down and stuff. That'll all be tomorrow. What I used is, I guess I should stay over here. This carpet is like a midnight gray, I think it was the color, and it's 16 ounce. You can use the 20 for the floor for the extra padding, but use 16 or even smaller for like your hatch lids and things. It's thinner, so it wraps around corners better. And then for glue, this is Boat Carpet Central's glue. It said it's good for wood and aluminum, so I believe that would make it solvent-based. If you try to use a water-based glue on aluminum, it won't stick, it won't dry, it can't evaporate. So this will work for both. A little more pricey, but whatever. And what I do is I slap a glob on with my putty knife, and then I used a notched trowel to spread it out and get an even coat. Once the carpet's laid, what did I do with it? I use a combination of a cutting board and a rolling pin. Fellas, don't use your wife's kitchen rolling pin. She will never let you live it down. This is El Cheapo. And I'll put my weight on it and roll it around, try to even the glue out. But I also take the cutting board, and I actually learned the cutting board trick when I was doing the pontoon boat, watching the vinyl videos. And I'll either put my weight on it and walk around with my weight on it pressed flat, or to comb it out, I'll take it up on edge and push it really hard on edge as well. And that'll get all the wrinkles out. Works really well. Make sure your cutting board has round edges. Don't use a sharp edge cutting board because it'll tear your carpet. But that is enough for today, and I will be back the next round. Okay, we are a few days past the last video, and I've gotten quite a bit of progress done. Let's get out the sun here. Gunwale carpet is down. Trim and rub rails are on. The ski locker's obviously cut out. I got the back corner all put back together, and the motor's hanging. It's a nice big landmark. In those side boxes, I filled them with foam before I riveted them shut, and then put the splash well on. Those blocks back there have some foam in them. That's the bilge pump down there, and then the hole that's in there is going to go actually to the bait well, since I guess I'll keep the bait well in this boat. Again, motor's hanging. None of the wiring's done. I just had the opportunity to have another pair of muscly arms here to help me hang the motor. The front corner deck is not finished. Sitting over there in front of the cabinet. I had to laminate two pieces a ½ inch together to make 1 inch thick. That's what the OEM was. That's what I got to put in. And then the upright portion's built. So lots of progress. I think I'm 5 days later from the last video. Technically, I've only got 4 days into it because one day was a total doing something else, not this. The bow is totally put together. Now that was kind of a trick. If you ever do a boat of this style, this bulkhead piece is actually supposed to go in before you put the gunwale sides back on. I ended up having to pop a bunch of the rivets back to get that thing loose enough to get this piece in, and then riveted it in place. So it took me a little bit to figure that out, and then had to wrestle that guy in. There's new wood underneath the bow plate. This one's 3-piece, so you have one large piece, a center, and then another narrow piece here. This large one is for the trolling motor, so it'll get mounted back up here when I'm done with it. But yeah, all in all, it's finally starting to look like a boat again. Getting excited. Probably got another 2 weeks or so into this, and she'll be on the water. This will probably be the last decking style video, and the next one I'll probably end up starting the wiring. All the rest of the decking pieces get done the exact same, so cut them out, cover them in carpet, mount them in place. Nothing real special. So hopefully you guys are learning a little bit. I'm sorry I don't shoot live videos of me working. I actually don't own a camcorder. All this is done on my cell phone after the fact. So something I need to work on, and I'll get one eventually. So hopefully the next time you guys see this, there's a lot more progress made, and the wiring's going. So see you then.